Alright,
I'm
apparently we're
starting the
good now,
stream again.
boys.
Starting the stream again. Let me know. All right, this time we'll see
Alright,
if it's solid. I think it should be solid.
Alrighty.
alright. Oh, yep, we can hear each other. There we go, boys. What's good?
Okay. It's good? You can hear?
Yeah, but I think your fans are going like...
Oh, I need to turn my fan off?
Nah, you don't have to turn your fan off,
Alright,
but
I
you
turned
can
it
turn
down.
it down a little bit.
Alright, it's on
Yeah,
level 1 now. Is that better?
yeah, that's so much better.
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, what sound is
Alright,
that sound?
Then I'm going to put the sound back for the CWL stream, so people can kind of enjoy that a little bit. And,
time to tweet this out, boys.
Yep, I was going to say next step is the promotional aspect and the hosting aspect.
I should be already hosting, yeah.
Me too.
I already did it on Instagram too, boy. So.
Nice. Alright.
Bam. Bam, got the fastest retweet ever.
What? Just the link?
Yeah.
Oh. God dang.
Bam, bam.
Okay, and I'm going to retweet it on Twitter real fast.
Bless ya.
Thank you. Oh, dude. Burger King. All right, I'm such a savage, right? Burger King posted something on Twitter. It said, "Turning your phone background into fries is the fastest way to make friends," right? So you know what I turned my background to? McDonald's fries.
There you go.
What?
See, look, I'll show you. This is my background. Hold on.
Nice.
Oh shit. Hold on. There you go. Look.
Perfect.
So I screenshot it and then sent it to that post, and people are like spam liking it, dude. I got over 100 likes on it.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
People are calling me like this guy commented, "With McDonald's fries, you'll make no friends since we all know Burger King fries are the best." Like people are just like savage as fuck too. Like it's really funny.
That is pretty funny.
Oh my god.
1 sec. Retweeting it on my personal stuff still. Gotta get the
Oh, let me make sure I'm hosting
word
it.
out.
Alright, I am hosting.
Okay.
I should be. Let me double check.
Alright. The last thing here.
No, I shouldn't be hosting him. Okay, there we go. Now I should be hosting you as well.
Okay. Alright. How's it going, Static Nightmare? How's it going, 80? I'm going to make you, actually, I can't make you mod right now because I'm not actually signed into the stream I'm currently signed into.
Man, that's alright. You don't have to do that.
So, okay, cool. How's the stream look? Everything look good? Before we
everything
get
looks
officially
amazing.
started here?
Looks great.
Alright, perfect. Okay, cool. So, this is the first stream back of the Omega Podcast. It's been a long time. We were consistent for a little while. We got about 10 episodes in, so 10 weeks, a little over 2 months consistently, and then, just life happens. And, yeah, so we're coming back now. I'm now working full-time on Omega. We're trying to pick this thing up. I have with me here today Natamore and King Guided. It's reversed, actually. Basically, yeah, I mean, you guys want to introduce yourselves? Natamore, you first?
Alrighty.
Yourself?
Yeah, sure. What's up? I'm Natamore. I'm a Super Smash Brothers player for Omega. I've been playing Smash for, I think, coming up on 3 years now. My main focus is Melee, but now I'm working on Smash 4 as well, and yeah, I think that's it.
All right,
I play
awesome.
Smash Bros.
And then Guided, my man.
All right, so my name is Guided. I'm a YouTuber, trying to make it into a lifelong dream of mine. Just, you know, I'm starting music, and I'm about to go into school soon for computer engineering. I'm excited for that. I'm here with my boy Biologic. Thanks for having me here.
Of course,
So,
absolutely. And
yeah.
I'm sure that most of you guys know me at this point. My name's Thomas, better known as Biologic, owner and CEO of Omega Gaming, brother to Optic or former Optic member Jewel, and played a ton of games, played competitive for a very long time. But we're not going to get into much in that. Today we're going to be talking esports general discussion, so kind of just esports in a broad spectrum.
Esports.
Esports. A lot of games lately have been being picked up on TV. We see Rocket League on CNN. We've got CS:GO on, I think it's TLC. ESPN's picking up stuff. Disney's picking up stuff now. So we're seeing it all over the place. So it's getting bigger and bigger. And so I felt it was necessary that we talk about this today. But before we jump into that, Nanamore actually just recently got back from EVO. And we actually, believe it or not, we actually have someone at Atlanta right now competing in Halo in the free-for-all and the 4v4, Mike Fathom. It's too bad he probably won't be in the stream today. How's it going, Omega Gaming US? How you doing today, man? But, Nanamore, would you mind telling us a little about EVO? The stage looked ridiculous. EVO's the biggest fighting game tournament in the world, so...
Alrighty, so EVO was my second major. My first one, I was at Genesis, and it was pretty big area. I was surprised. It's like, wow, so many Smash setups. And then I get to EVO, where Smash is in the corner, but there is so much more space in that one corner than Genesis that, like, people are walking around. The setups are super crowded. It's like, the EVO thing was huge. Like, the rooms in Vegas is crazy. Like, you walk in a hotel, you can walk for like 3 miles just in that one hotel, going from point A to point B. But the stage itself was really awesome. You had like a bunch of booths when you walked in. You had like open play area, Smash one corner, Street Fighter, then kind of the more of the anime games, Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, Injustice to the side. So it was a lot of people, but the way they had it spread out was really great. I never felt too crowded. I didn't watch too much of the anime fighters. I pretty much just watched Street Fighter and Smash. I went 1 and 2 in both Melee and Smash 4, which is not as good as I wanted to do, but it was better than Genesis, so it's at least improvements.
For sure. So, when is the next Montana, I guess, like, sub-major? Because I would call them, like, they're not exactly, how's it going, Snoop? How you doing, man?
What's up,
Hello
Snoop?
Again. How's it going, Ginger King? Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. How do you feel like they compare compared to EVO, and when is the next one? Because I know Jesse was supposed to put something on, but now I think he's having issues with the guys that buy his LAN center. So
yeah, so in comparison, it's like, the tournaments in Montana are not nationals or majors as they would be classified. We say they're more regionals or like sub-regionals.
Sub-majors,
something like that. We call them regionals. They're
100 people come,
It's a lot. You feel a lot more comfortable because it's a lot more people you've seen before, played before, been with. So it's a lot more. It feels a bit more friendly. It's not so fierce.
Really fierce? Dang, what a word.
Yeah, I don't know. So like, you go to EVO and you play against anyone, and you can like find some guy that you absolutely destroy, and then right next to him is some guy that will absolutely blow you up, and you have no idea why. And versus at the regionals, it's like you kind of understand, okay, these are my opponents. I should know how to do against them, and then you can kind of prepare better, which I enjoy.
True.
The next one, yeah, so like they were thinking about doing Hell in a Tilt. It's supposed to be the next regional, and it was supposed to be like the third week in September, like September 24th.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing confirmed yet. And then after that will be Fall Brawl, which also doesn't have a date. It'll be sometime in October, most likely.
Really excited for that tournament, definitely. I want to say that I actually kind of disagree with you as far as like fierceness goes, because I feel like the bigger the tournament, I feel like the more you can walk around and do your own thing without people looking at you and people thinking like it's weird or you're weird. I felt like at what is it called, at Spring Scuffle, more people were looking at me weird for having a camera and look at me, at a UMG event when I'm just cutting in front of ropes and stuff like that, where like normal people aren't supposed to go. So I don't know. It seems
Yeah, I
just
guess that Montana's a weird region because we're like so small. Like that's our regionals. They're like 70, 80 people, and like the Smash
I don't know. You're
brackets.
small, but are you
Tournaments in
really?
like Arkansas have that many people at like a weekly. So
Really? What? That's crazy. I
yeah,
wonder. Okay.
it's just weird. Yeah, Montana is like these. I don't know if it's the smallest region, but it's the most spread out. So it's like we there's a tournament actually going on today in Missoula, and I think there's about 30 people there, and they have like a month notice, and they have pop bonuses and stuff, and only have 30 people because it's like so hard to get everyone to travel, and there's just so few people as well. But I think we're still growing. Like Smash has been around since like Melee is pretty much the first competitive Smash, and that's been around for 17 years. It's had a competitive scene for probably about 13 years, and Montana Smash didn't really start until about 3 years ago. So we're still pretty new and getting used to this whole like esports thing, people taking pictures and stuff. But we're getting there.
So one more question on the topic of Montana esports: is there a united Montana esports Facebook page or like community group or anything like that? Because I know that Washington has Washington Esports on Twitter. They have over 3,000 followers, and I know they have a page too. And they're just pretty organized in a general sense. So I haven't checked. So
Yeah, I don't think Montana has anything like that. We were kind of getting there. There's like a Facebook group for esports fans, but nothing about like running an esports scene here or keeping in contact with all the tournaments and stuff. So nothing like that.
okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. So I know you wanted to bring up the topic of Echo Fox. They recently picked up a bunch of new guys. I don't know who they picked up. All I know is that EG dropped some new guys, and out of nowhere they end up being one of the top teams. So would you mind walking me through some of their pickups and where they are? Either one of you guys. So. We got to get you in here too. I know.
Yeah, I got it. You start.
I know that, but I wanted to add on. I wanted to add on the last one. I know how there's like different like you have the Montana esports group. Actually, here in Mississippi, we really don't have like a big esports community like y'all do in like Montana or Seattle and stuff like that, or Washington. But recently we have added our universities. Like we got Mississippi State and we also got Ole Miss. They actually started getting into the esports. Like you can actually go to school for esports in those two colleges. I just wanted to add that. And on the notice of Echo Fox, oh my God, they blew up into the scene. Like they were gone for so long, and they just okay. Well, that thunder though. I mean that lightning. But we recently got well, not we, but they just
picked up Sonic Fox.
Stuff.
I know you play Injustice too, so I know you're probably super excited about that.
I play Injustice too. Sonic Fox, he's really good. He's only been like winning loser brackets, but winning is winning still. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh, Snoop's Mississippi Squad, what's up, dude? Like I just noticed that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
He's from there. What's your favorite gun? As in Ginger King. What game, my man? What game? Ha. True. So I want to ask, have you like looked into like Facebook to see if you could actually find like a local scene? Have you like looked around like?
Actually,
community
on Twitter, I've already searched it up and whatever. We really don't have like a local scene or anything. The only thing we have is like university. That's the only thing we have.
Maybe you should make like a Mississippi esports community or something like that. You never know. You listening right now, Snoop, dude? Maybe you should, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it together, man. If
awesome.
Montana has a scene, you guys got like 3 times better people. Let's get that going.
Yo,
sure.
Montana has a scene, but the thing is, we're okay. I don't want to get controversial with this, but Mississippi is run by old people, and they don't.
So is Montana, bro.
I know, but like, there's certain things like it's just crazy. Mississippi, there's nothing. Like the only place we got is Jackson, and That's about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah.
On
Oh, it's about to storm, guys.
on a
Oh
little
man.
bit, it's somewhat related, but not completely related. Since we're moving from now we're talking about esports organizations a little bit. I want to comment on the fact that I went through a couple Instagrams for a couple different esports organizations, and was shocked to find a lot of inconsistency. Optic, for example, actually hasn't posted, I think, in like 10 days on Instagram, and I don't know what's going
Oh,
on with that. Maybe they have a
I
new social
I
media
do know.
manager. What's up, guy? What were you saying?
Alright, I do know what's going on with Optic. They right now they are facing charges actually for
What?
underage drinking
Oh
in
my
the
goodness, yeah, I
Optic
heard about that.
house.
Whoa.
I heard about
In
that.
the Optic house, they're actually facing
Jeez.
charges because these girls were posting on Snapchat and they were underage and they were still going to high school.
Oh my gosh.
So Hex had no idea this was happening.
Oh
So
my god, dude, I bet he's so pissed.
Hex is so pissed. That's why no one is posting anything on social media because of this reason.
Poofy's pretty active right now. I haven't really been following
I
some of the
mean,
other guys, but
I mean, it's just the main ones that invited the girls there. You know what I mean? It was Imbos and the others except for like Scumpy. I know Scumpy. He has a girlfriend, so doesn't have anything to worry about. And you know,
my
they just fucked
sister
up, man.
actually posted about that too. She posted that something about basically her getting dropped, but they didn't get dropped. So,
Well,
but I mean,
I
yeah.
actually seen I know. Oh my God! Did
See
y'all
that
hear
double
that?
kill? Yeah, that
Yeah.
double kill that Hook just got. That was a good play, dude. That was sick. That was sick.
All
All
right, so
right, back to what you're saying.
all right, so yo, I'm just adding special effects right now. But as I was saying, um, I don't know to be honest though, I don't know about this. It's underage drinking
What's up,
in
Huey?
like esports. Yo, what's up, Huey?
We've got
And
Envy versus OXD going on right now. I'm totally rooting for Envy. I'm a fan of Pistola, McWin, Snipedown. I love all these guys. I've met Snipedown a few times. I have, in fact, I could just fanboy over Snipedown almost with how much history I have with this guy. It would sound like. What were you saying? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to say
no,
what's up
it's
to
alright,
you.
it's alright. No, it's okay. This is the whole thing. But anyway, the whole underage drinking.
God, three,
If
dude.
you're underage and you're drinking in like an organization, that's a big no-no. Like what Hex said to Keemstar. Like Hex sent the thing for Keemstar and for the Optic guys side. But the thing is, like, I know your sister was probably underage, correct? At the time she was with
She
Optic.
was 20.
Okay.
That's right. So I
And
want
she
to
was
say.
wait, time out. She was only 20,
Yep, she was only 20.
and she was the only one that got kicked out, right?
Yeah, she was drinking by
Yeah,
herself.
I mean,
so, on stream.
if okay, that's a different story. I'm sorry. Were they all streaming or was it just her?
No idea.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying like that was a big no-no for her. I'm sorry. Like if I'm
For sure.
talking bad
I
about
mean,
your sister.
I'm not gonna
I'm
say
not.
anything here because I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be biased. I have to be biased. That was a great
Yeah.
rocket right there by Destroyed. And COD 3, I have no idea, Ginger King, what my favorite gun would be. Do you have anything else you want to say about Optic? If not, I want to talk about another stream-related
I really don't
issue.
have anything else to talk about Optic, but I will say this: stop inviting underage girls into your house. That's all.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a situation where maybe they just kind of like stopped realizing like, or maybe they they got comfortable with their position, or maybe felt their position wasn't as fragile as maybe it is. But I mean, hey. Also, did you guys know that the Halo stream was down the other day for like a really good long while? Like it was pretty bad. Like it really did not look
You
good.
actually told me that.
Oh man, dude.
Hold on.
It's
Let me
did
actually
know.
look outside because it looks like it's coming down, boys.
Alright.
That's something that can't be happening these days because, like I said, CS:GO is on. I think it's TLC. I think is the name of the channel. Like I said, CNN picked up Rocket League, and Rocket League, shockingly enough, actually had I think the highest overall viewership for like the last month or something like that. Like it actually beat out every other game, which is outrageous. Oh,
It's crazy.
and ESPN's picking up stuff too. So I mean, we're seeing across the board, video games, becoming more popular. I mean, actually, like everyone was saying for a long time, I was saying for a long time that esports was coming and coming and coming and coming. But at this point, I don't feel like it's coming anymore. I feel like it's here. I feel like it's already there. If you type in like esports organization right now on Twitter and you try to find teams, you're gonna find like a million teams. There's so much competition out there now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
Gamma, there's like 20 Gammas. There's 20 different controller companies. There's 20 different apparel companies. Like there's companies doing everything everywhere. And like it's a good thing and a bad thing, of course, at the same time. It's a good thing because it's easier to get sponsors right now. It's easier to find people who are eager to work. People are excited about the industry, and so I mean, yeah, but it's bad because competition sucks, bro.
Okay.
It's also bad
What-
because a lot of those. Oh, sorry. You can go.
Oh, okay. The thing was, when I heard you say CNN, I was like, what? CNN picked up Rocket
Or
League?
maybe it's not CNN. Maybe I'm crazy. I can't remember. I thought it was CNN. I know CNN's like with all the Trump drama. So maybe I'm just getting like heads messed up.
Yeah, I think-
Maybe I don't know.
I think they were picked up by someone else. I don't think it was CNN, but it was some big broadcast company.
NBC?
Snoop
Maybe.
Society has a question. Snoop Society asked, "How do you feel about FaZe Clan and the weed situation?"
I got this, man.
All right,
I got this.
let's hear it, man.
All right, so I've actually seen this. Like, I've seen the videos, and I've seen the leaked videos.
Okay.
In my opinion, I have nothing wrong with weed. Weed is okay. That's just me, right?
No, it's okay. I mean,
I can
at
say-
this
I can say
point,
that.
Natamore, I want to know how you feel about it too. Actually, if you're against it, that's okay.
My stance has been: if you're in a state that's legal to do it, do it. If you're in a state that's not, be smart about doing it. Like it should probably be legal, but you know the law's the law. If you get caught doing something that is illegal, even if you feel it's
Yeah.
not illegal, you're still gonna get like arrested. So just be smart with it.
Yeah. But the
Yeah,
thing
like,
is,
don't be posting on social media. Hey, got my bong, you know, and then you
Yeah.
get arrested. Oh, what happened? It's like, just be smart.
yeah, the thing with FaZe Clan though, their stuff got leaked, but the main hate was against FaZe Rain, and because in one of his earlier videos he said, as he was growing up, he never smoked or drunk or did anything wrong. So now this is coming up that he's smoking like weed and bong, and FaZe Blaziken as well is smoking.
Blaziken, FaZe Blaziken.
FaZe
Yeah.
Blake and
I mean,
smokes weed.
come on,
What a
man,
surprise.
Yeah, he
Shit.
smokes
What's a name
weed
like
now.
that?
Oh, yeah. But Blaze smokes weed now, and Adapt. I don't know about Apex, but I'm telling you, it's getting out of hand in my opinion. But I love them as content creators that I can't really judge because I do it sometimes as well. But the thing is, like, I wouldn't promote it to little kids.
I
That's
completely agree with
that's
that.
the thing.
Yep.
They
It's
never
like
promote.
alcohol. It's
Yeah.
it's dangerous for younger kids because it can cause like it can hurt your brain development. So you have to be like about 24. I think it says when it stops affecting that. But
Yeah.
the states legalized it have the same like age restriction as alcohol, so 21 before you can buy it, and that's
Yeah,
fine. So
But like what Snoop is saying, everybody's blowing it out of proportion. Yeah, they are blowing it out of proportion because of that video. And
For sure.
like, who cares? Like, really, who cares about if they do or not? It's they live in California. It's legal there. They can do it on jet skis, which they did, and you know that's what it is.
mhm.
For sure.
They did it. They did it. The stuff got leaked. It happened. Oh well, move on. You love them or hate them, just for that.
Well, I think that's
Yeah.
fair. I think that's fair. Next thing I wanted to talk a little bit about was the fact that Disney XD, for those of you guys who don't know, is actually picking up Evo and is going to be streaming, live feed on TV. Going to have Street Fighter V and Smash Bros. Wii U, and I think are they going to have Melee Danamore or no?
They did not. So I don't know if it's like a permanent thing, but they did stream Street Fighter and Smash at like top 8s at Evo this year.
I think
So
they're
that was
doing it
pretty cool
again,
to see it.
as far as I
They
know.
might be. I didn't hear about that, but I'm sure like it went really well, especially because Twitch actually went down during Smash 4 top
Oh my
8, so
God.
everyone watched it on Disney.
Thank God.
So kind of glad that happened. It didn't go
For
down
sure.
for too long, but it was like 2 matches. But
It's always really garbage
So
when the
it-
stream goes down.
yeah, it sucked. But it's good that they have those backups now with like ESPN2 streaming Street Fighter as well,
For
and
sure.
having those is really nice.
So for those of you guys who don't know, I was a UMG ref for a little while, and we did actually experience some issues with the stream while the event was going on, and the guys that are up top, like they get become livid instantly, and so everyone's instantly just like super afraid and scared and like stressing out and working as fast as they can, because if not, like people are gonna get bitched at, sponsors are pissed off, like it doesn't look good to anyone, like you know what I mean, when that kind of stuff happens. So it's just
Well,
a
'cause
huge stress. So
you gotta think about like the amount of signups for Evo. I think was like maybe 10,000 people. It's probably more, but I know that like people like brackets and like Melee had 1,600 people sign up for Melee at the event watching it. But then you have 100,000 people watching online. So it's like, where's like kind of like your money going to come from? It's going to be from those streams. It's not going to be people at the event. So when that goes down, you lose like 90% of the people watching your content.
for sure. I want to say a couple other things about this as well. The fact that Disney is taking this direction, I feel like, is huge. For like a couple things. First off, they have a whole like part of the channel. Disney XD is now dedicated to showing video game stuff of just like a variety. So like obviously like you know they're looking at that and they're thinking about how they can get the younger demographic, because if you look at Disney actually in a general sense and like what they've purchased and the demographics they now control, from like the superheroes to like the different shows, they control a very, very, very wide demographic now and have something that keeps getting you throughout like different ages. So I just wanted to mention that. The other thing I wanted to mention is how important it is to get into esports right now, you know, especially if you're going to, because every single day that you're waiting right now, opportunities are disappearing. Like right
Pretty
now,
much.
for example, Street Fighter 5 and Smash Bros are going to start blowing up a little bit more. The viewership is going to increase. You've got the exposure of Disney now. It's literally going to be freaking everywhere. You know what I mean? Like that's huge. Every single time something like this happens, it's huge. And it's going to become where these players are going to be more and more expensive. Like right now, if you picked up a couple good Smash players, like Echo Fox just did, the value of these players, the return on investment, how much it's going to cost to buy that player again in the future is going to go up substantially. And like that's just everywhere. Like Fatality, for example, was only recently sponsored, and that was the guy that was making top placings, and then unfortunately he gets picked up by YouPorn. But the same thing could be said about anything. Anywhere you see like these networks picking up esports is like not only huge for like you know the aspect of like buying players and things like that, but I mean that's also I mean ESPN. The CEO said that he would never have video games on ESPN. Did you know that? He said that. He said
Yeah,
that they were
I've
not
heard that.
sports. And then 2 years later, they've got it right there because they know, because the viewership is there, because it's growing all that like constantly, and it's growing at an outrageous pace. Football has been around like 100 years. All these things have been around for such a ridiculous amount of time. Esports has only been around really legitly like 17 years or something like that. I mean, if we're talking about Halo 1, I feel like Halo 1 was a lot of what spawned it, because Halo 1 spawned MLG, if you guys don't know. And so
Yes.
I'm kind of referring to that in this case, but it's ridiculous. So also something else,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, two other things, is that Disney also has some censorship issues with some of the Street Fighter 5 characters. Did you guys see that?
I didn't hear about this. What?
Yeah.
So some of the characters are, you know, a little, the costumes, the outfits, the skins are a little bit revealing.
Yeah.
And this is
Revealing,
Disney XD,
yeah.
you know, this is like, you know, the kid stuff. So one of the characters, like, they actually asked if someone was going to be playing him. I can't remember which one, but of course it's like a shitty character, so no one was playing him. But I actually wonder if they're going to ban skins, where if you're going to play this character, you have to play
You
this
can't.
skin.
You have to play the original skin or something less
Or
revealing.
like
and
you have
stuff
to
like
play
that.
this, like
I
you
know
have
that's
to wear a
happened
full
before in
suit.
fighting games. There's been like some skins that like either like drew reference to some company and therefore couldn't be on, or like was like like a different character and they couldn't be streamed. But it's happened before, and there's usually what's great about Street Fighter is there's usually like you usually get like at least 5 skins to choose from. I think in like Ultra Street Fighter 4 you had like 15
Hold on.
per character or something. So
Dude, did you
You
see
could,
those?
like-
Finish what you're saying. Sorry, I thought you were done.
yeah, like you could always just like if they're like like you can't use this skin, there's always a skin you can choose for. You won't be like worried about that. Most people don't really care what the character looks like actually, especially when they're playing. They just are worried about the match.
That's true. I mean, like you only care while you're in like the dashboard screen. But then actually, I'm salty to the whole game till like the end. If I get like a really shitty color, like on accident, if I'm like a garbage color like Mario or something like that in Smash Bros, I can't wait for the game to end, dude. I'm ready to kill myself, dude. Throw myself off the map. So, yes and no, because there are some bad color schemes. And speaking of skins, did you see the mods that were at Nero Saga, I think, for Street Fighter? I'm sorry, for Smash Brothers? The Wii U
Yeah, I
skins.
saw that, and
Dude, those are
people were
sick.
worried about that. But honestly, okay, I'm gonna go mad about this. Smash should stop giving a shit about Nintendo because
Pretty
Nintendo does
much.
not give a shit about Smash. They Nintendo does not care about esports. They are pretending to with the new Nintendo versus Twitter and other things, but they're just pretending to. They don't actually care. Like the Nintendo versus mentioned nothing about Smash Bros, which has been their esport for 15 years. And at the first time it was at Evo in 2014, they tried to shut down censorship. We got rid of that, and now there's like sponsoring events by showing off other games. They do nothing for the actual event. People think, oh, Nintendo's like helping out. It's great. They're not. They're just trying to get you to not play Smash. The reason Smash 4 is not on the Switch right now is because they released Pokken, ARMS, and Splatoon, and they care a little bit about those games and want you to not play Smash.
They want
And
you to
if you
buy new
think-
games. Yeah.
I have a direct quote from Reggie here, like about esports. Leagues, big paydays for winners, pro players. That's where I think things get a bit complicated. From a Nintendo perspective, these are elements that are a little bit less interesting to us.
Wow.
All of those things are what esports is. Pro players, paydays for the winners, leagues, like viewership. That's what esports is. So they just said
Yeah.
they do not care about esports. So if Nintendo gets a little upset that, oh no, you put mods in this game, you don't care, so who gives a shit?
I also want to add to the fact that the esports communities are the most dedicated communities and the most active communities as well. Two things. First off, the average esports viewer, the consumer, like, is different from any other consumer of any other sport because, like, it's just like there are always tournaments going on, and tournaments for video games are unique in that they're a whole weekend. With every other sport, it's like one match. It happens right then. You have a Super Bowl, you have something like that, and it leads up to this thing where we've actually tried that style. I don't know if you remember, but we actually, or MLG actually did that for a little while. They tried it with StarCraft. It did not work out. This is just the way it works, and the viewers they're just so dedicated. Like 50% of the viewers that like watch esports consume like all of esports. Like it's a lifestyle for a lot of people. Like esports is like the main thing I'm into. Like when I'm watching videos, I'm mainly watching video game videos, guys. I don't know about you once you're watching on YouTube, but generally speaking, that's what I'm watching. And I'm just saying right now that the esports demographic is hardcore. They're watching. I mean, look at Smash Bros. Melee. You're not generally going to see a casual community support a game for that long, and it's because the community, works off each other. And that's actually, I didn't want to get into this whole thing because this is a whole other conversation almost, but that's one of the advantages that esports has, is that because it's based online and because we all have access to the things we do, like, it just makes it easier to promote and easier to build than another sport is. Because everyone's posting online, it has to interact online in order to make that connection, and because of it, there's just so much more content online. If you actually go and look at the websites for major sports teams, like even the Dallas Cowboys, the biggest sports team in the world, they're worth like over $10 billion, I believe. Their website is shit, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
It's fucking garbage.
It's really pretty bad.
Yeah, and like it's just, there's a lot of things like that because everything is moving in the direction of social media, of the phone. And in fact, I want to talk about the phone real fast and how fucking crazy this is. This thing makes everyone, let's just, like, a super weapon, because without, like, this is your own virtual assistant, you know what I mean? Because if you didn't have this, you wouldn't have access to the internet, you wouldn't have access to the GPS, there's nothing like that. Imagine, Natamar, imagine you without this. You with this phone fucks yourself up. You without the phone, dude, because you're just a beast with this thing. It's just an assistant. It makes everyone else's lives easier. It connects everyone in the whole world, and that's what esports has on its side. It has this thing right here. Whereas, like, it's not a natural transition for a lot of these other sports at this point, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just throwing out the idea here. Anyway, checking the comments. All right, cool. Nothing new.
I will tell you this.
Yes.
NBC picked up Rocket League.
NBC, not CNN. Okay.
NBC, okay.
NBC.
There was a C and an N. So I mean.
Yeah. But all right. So speaking of esports news, I want
to say one more thing about Disney.
For you.
One more thing about Disney.
Okay, well, go ahead.
The last thing I want to say about Disney is they actually just bought a large share in a holdings company that has a lot of share in Team Liquid.
Oh yeah.
That's it. So I'm just throwing that last thing out. Disney's making moves, and I just want people to know that Disney's making moves. Anyway, what were you gonna add?
Liquid is gonna be rigged. But anyway,
you're going down in the fourth.
All right, so in other news, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but right now the PGL for CS:GO is going on. Right now, it's the Russian tournament, and it's like being broadcast like over 70,000
For
people
what
in
game?
it.
I'm sorry.
Counter-Strike,
Okay.
Global Offensive.
Damn,
But
I should have
anyway,
had that on.
apparently not apparently, it's been confirmed. There's this jump bug where if you crouch jump, you can see over corners and have and when that happens, the other person that is facing the wall, you cannot see the person jumping, but the guy is actually jumping and they can look over the wall. So basically, you cannot see the head over the wall. So this is a big controversy right now. Blue, which is the head of the PGL tournament right now, basically he doesn't know. Well, he basically said since it's a bug in the game, they really can't do anything about it until CS:GO gets a patch.
So they're letting
But
it happen.
the thing is, he said let it happen because he doesn't want Counter-Strike to patch the game and then something else is messed up.
For sure.
Because Counter-Strike right now is perfect, except for this jump bug.
I
So
don't know about
basically-
perfect. There's a couple things that I would debate, but
Well,
finish
yeah.
what you're saying.
Hitboxes.
No,
Anyway.
amongst-
Also, always have problems. I swear every time
Yeah.
I hear something, a new map, a map change, there's something inherently broken about it, and then it takes them a few weeks to fix it. But I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's always broken. I don't know why I say it's perfect, but yeah. But Fnatic
Don't worry about it.
actually tweeted this. They said the jump bug has really taken over PGL major controversy. The controversy of it, and people are voting to ban it or let it live. But Blue said let it live because he said if you think big are only winning matches because of a jump bug glitch, you're deluded. Basically saying if it's just a jump bug glitch, you're pretty stupid because they have an advantage.
I want to ask your opinion on a couple things real fast since we're talking about Street
Yeah.
Fighter. First off, some people have complained that that the game is a little bit imbalanced weapon-wise and that the pistols are a little bit too strong. A good amount of the pistols, kill people one-shot, headshot, where some of the assault rifles don't even do that. I think the Tech-9 in particular seems like it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it one-shot headshots somebody when they have body armor, and like I just said, I mean, that doesn't even happen with rifles. How do you feel about that? And one-way smoke, too. I think one-way smoke is awesome, personally. But the pistols seem ridiculous.
Pistols, I just say the only reason why they're so powerful, the Tech-9s,
Thanks, Carl.
personally, when I use it, I don't get kills, especially with pistols.
Scrub.
Mainly,
I'm listening.
it depends on Counter-Strike has this leveling system. You have to be certain feet away from somebody, and it's algorithm and stuff like that. It's hard to explain.
No, I know
Basically-
Battlefield is the same system, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. But basically, there's no bullet drop in Counter-Strike though. I'm just that.
League.
But it's just basically how far away from you. It depends on how much damage and I know sometimes I've been killed by BS Tech-9s to the face, but at least it was a headshot. I didn't have anything to complain about that. But I'm just saying they really can't fix it. But the thing that I think they should fix is hitboxes.
Okay.
Hitboxes has been the major problem with Counter-Strike. And they have so much money in the skins and selling freaking crates so you could get a blue skin. It's basically they need to fix this game.
All right, so
I love this game.
I want to bring something
They
else up
just,
real fast. So two things. First off, this is actually more prevalent in games than you think. First off, there's something called right-hand advantage, which basically, if you notice your character model actually, like, he pretty much always holds the gun with his right hand. I mean, you can even see it in Halo right here. If you look, you see that he holds his hand with his right hand. Now, there's one of two situations happens with this. Either, number one, your camera itself is centered in the middle of your character, even if your gun is on the right, and your bullet comes from the middle. Now, if that happens, then you end up with some funky hitboxes where sometimes your bullets just kind of fly weird. The other thing is if the bullet does actually come from the right side, then you actually end up with something called right-hand advantage, and it actually makes it where if you're peeking the right side, most of your body is actually hidden, but if you peek left side, your whole body is exposed. So there's an advantage to being on the right side. Now, I don't know if this is in Counter-Strike, but this is something that was in some of the old Halos. The second thing I want to talk about is peeking, and that, like, you guys are probably pretty aware of what host does, and that it kind of allows you to see things before everyone else, and everything else, if you almost imagine a gravitational pull, everything revolves around host. So what host sees is what is. So if on your screen you're around a corner and on his screen he's not, because of the difference in internets and latency, you will get shot in the face, even though you're definitely behind a wall. Now, coupling this last thing, yes, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, in like games like Counter-Strike, most of the games nowadays, like thing with Call of Duty has hosts like that. That's just been their system the whole time. Counter-Strike, it deals with not even you being host. It depends on how high your ping is. Then like that's basically how new games are going. Well, not new games, but how games should do it. Because I know with Call of Duty, like you said, latency. If you're a host, you're basically the most. And like Halo, it's all
Dude,
about
old
hosts.
Halos especially. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
The new Halos.
But I'm just saying, they just need to start. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. I don't think. Well, I think Counter Strike is dedicated servers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Because, like I said, it's ping based. The ping to that server. So, you know, what I would go by saying that is everything should be dedicated servers instead of this host bullshit. No, I'm not gonna put anything up.
Yeah.
Two things.
That's the reason. Yeah, that same thing, like being host instead of like peer-to-peer connections, or being like dedicated server instead of hosts. There's a game For Honor that was getting kind of popular, and it was like the online.
For Honor?
Everyone stopped hating it because the internet was so bad because it was peer-to-peer connection. So if you got in a 5v5, it was like I had to connect to all 9 of the people, and all 9 of the people had to connect to all other 9 people. So it was really impossible to get a good connection unless you're doing a 1v1. So that's like an example of me. If it had dedicated servers, that game would be a lot more popular because it wouldn't be like so laggy all the time.
So
imagine trying to. If you have all people connect to a server, it's a lot simpler than I need to connect to all 9 people, and this guy connects to all 9 of us, and this guy all 9 of us, yada yada yada. You have so many webs there, it just doesn't. It's so hard to get it to go through clearly.
You can also see it with Xbox Live party chat. If you notice, like sometimes people can't connect to other people. It's basically the same thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically how like hosting and stuff works. Like you said, you have to connect to everybody. But yeah.
It's really a shame because For Honor looked like it was going to be a really good game. Like I felt like it was original. I felt like you'd never really seen a fighting game that added like Battlefront kind of like systems to it, and it's just so cool to have like a fighting game like that. I don't know. It's just really too bad. It seems like it ended up being like a dice type situation where it just kind of fell apart. I wanted to actually bring up one more thing on the Halo side of things, and just general. I've heard that this is an issue in Counter-Strike, which is why I'm bringing it up, is that peak advantage. In that the reason I was bringing up latency and internet, especially with host, is that the person who's actually coming around the corner at the person camping has an advantage. And I think this is a good thing. I like this because I'm not a really big fan of camping. In fact, my entire strategy throughout all the games I've more or less played has been to rush down people. and to just keep them off their game. Battlefield especially is really bad because Battlefield, you come around the corner and it's like you have like a whole freaking half a second on someone to shoot them before you appear on their screen. So they're already like just diced, and just by the time like you get there, you know what I mean? Just get fucked over. So it's just
Okay.
is that a thing in Counter Strike? 'Cause I've heard that it is. Maybe it's not that
The
bad, but
thing is, yeah, it is a thing, but you can have console commands, which this is like a thing. Like you can have it either way. Like you can change the console to the way that it is, and you can actually switch it in game. Like I do it a lot. Sometimes I would switch my positioning, but um other than that, I mean, I really haven't been getting like killed just coming around the corner because I'm lagging or just because like the different positioning because like say if I'm on a wall like
thanks, Snoop.
to the right and I'm peeking right,
Hmm.
basically like you can see like the foot, the thing that how the models are, like you can see their legs before they come around, but you can't really see their upper body, so you can get a kill shot. Same thing even with your going to the left, you can see most of the corner, and the other guy can see, just a little part of you. It's not that bad, but whew, but if you have walls now, that's a different story. You can just
Oh, yeah.
pre-fire the hell out of that.
Fair enough.
Um,
So I want to bring up one more thing about hosts, and I want to move on to another topic. And the thing I wanted to say was, oh man, what was it? Oh, I don't know if you guys know this, but some of the older games, and I think this is part of where like the origins of OP host came from, is that in early games, they actually gave incentives to the host in order to host more games. Gears of War was actually one of those games where because
Yeah.
they didn't think that there were going to be a lot of custom games, they actually gave hosts extra fucking powers. Like this guy's just extra strong. And like to balance that out, actually, they made it where host actually had a bloodier screen when he got shot. It was actually harder to see when you were hosting Gears of War getting shot than when anyone else was, but you did more damage and seemed to take more damage as well. So kind of like the trade-off. But I just wanted to throw that in as the last thing there. Anything else on hosts before we move on?
mm.
All right, cool.
No,
The next thing I want to talk about is kind of just sports teams in general and kind of like the moves I'm seeing. First off, the owner of the Patriots just recently bought a eSports team, and the Patriots are currently the second largest football team in America after the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are number one, and I can't remember who else, but another major player in football bought an eSports team as well. So we're seeing two different situations now where, in addition to everything else I'm talking about, where like major players are getting involved. And again, I just want to say that it's like a scary situation because that's less and less opportunity for us as more people get involved.
Yeah,
And
like you were saying, like NBA is actually getting into it as well.
really, how so? I didn't hear about
Yes.
that. Hit me with that.
I'm trying to remember. I don't have it pulled up, but I've seen like a couple of posts. Like I forgot who, like which team bought it, but somebody bought into an esports team. Let me.
There's some. I know some basketball teams have gotten into it, but also Shaquille O'Neal is a big
Yes.
backer for Team NRG.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say Shaq.
Rick Fox is the guy who owns Echo Fox, which we mentioned earlier
Yep.
has blown up because they have gotten the top two Tekken players, one of the best Marvel vs. Capcom 3 players, like two of the best Street Fighter players, or maybe like five of the best Street Fighter players. They have a ton of Street Fighter players. Leo
okay.
for Smash 4, who's second best player in Smash 4. Mewtwo King, top 5 player in Smash Bros. Melee. Sonic Fox, like you said earlier, really good at Injustice
One of
2,
the
and he won
best.
every single Evo for MKX, I believe.
Ridiculous.
I think he didn't lose an Evo for MKX.
So good, yeah.
A couple other
Okay.
people for Injustice 2, so Echo Fox is insane, and Rick Fox is like kind of the first. He was the first big name, I think, that jumped in and kind of
Mhm.
got this ball rolling.
Yeah. I found the organization. The Philadelphia 76ers bought into the esports business.
There you go.
They
yeah.
they bought Team Apex, which was a very successful League of Legends, and Team Dignitas,
Dignitas.
13-year-old. Huh?
Dignitas.
Dignitas?
Yeah, Dignitas.
noob!
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Huh?
guys. I'm sorry. He's new, guys. I swear.
Yeah, I'm new. I'm really new.
Team did
I'm really
for
new.
sure.
Like saying Team Slow Mid, whatever. Haven't heard of those
Slow
guys
mid,
yet.
team slow mid, for sure.
Yeah.
Team Slow Mid, what?
Yeah, Team
In
Slow Mad.
I
Yeah, dude.
actually, because of the, we are basically in the sports industry, and we are a sports team, and I actually want to say that because of that, I actually plan on researching and reading into like how to run sports teams, because like obviously there are a million correlations with the exception of us being much further along on the side of like social media and just like general understanding of website stuff. Actually, I've said this before, but I want to say it on stream now, is that I think the most important thing to our success right now, and actually I guess like in a general sense, is just that everyone in the organization has to be a social media expert, and I think that's a big part of why Optic is excelling and growing so much faster, and FaZe too, because if you actually look at the difference between the organizations, FaZe and Optic, and you compare them to any other organization, and there are a lot of League of Legends organizations and really big organizations that don't actually have as large of a following for whatever reason, at least not on Twitter. On Facebook, it's sometimes a different story. Fnatic has a million, like several million on Facebook. But the big difference is personality. The big difference is that these guys, they're individuals, they're players, are producing content and playing the social media game like they should be. I don't know if you guys follow any of the Optic members, for example, on Instagram, but they're consistently posting stories in addition to just general posts and everything everywhere else. Like they're taking advantage of every opportunity to be in front of people, which is what it should be. Like I've said before, I've told you guys, but I just want to say it for the stream, is that it's not so much like that you need to worry about viewership with your videos or viewership with Snapchat or viewership with any of your stories. It's the opportunity to get in front of someone and to make an impact, to make a connection, and to bring like value to that person, where that person's gonna want to see your stuff again, or they can get a better idea of who you are. You know what I mean? They see your video and they get one side of you. They see your Instagram, they get another side of you. Twitter is an opportunity, it's an open door, they can talk to you. Snapchat is a chance for you to be as personable as it gets, where you can literally just, do a quick video of you sitting on the couch or eating lunch or whatever it might be. And so, like, every platform has, like, its own unique strengths, if you get what I'm saying. And so I think that's where they're different right now. And actually, if you look at a lot of like athletes, the guys who are doing, who are awesome, or who are blowing up, and I don't actually just mean athletes, I mean just like I guess just celebrities in general. The people who understand social media are the guys that are killing it. Like, what's that one? I don't want to. This is gonna sound like racist, I guess. What's that one black girl that plays tennis who just kills it? You know what I'm talking about?
Serena or Venus Williams?
Yeah.
Something like
One of
that.
those
Yeah.
two.
Serena.
Those two have
Serena
been the
and
best
Venus.
forever.
She
Yeah.
is a boss on like when it comes to social media, and because of that, she's just killing it. And like it's the same thing with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Is for the most part, the biggest difference with these guys, and I'm talking these two guys, and we're veering off esports just a little bit, and I apologize, but these guys are the highest paid fighters, period, in ever. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. No one has ever been paid more than these two guys. Now they're gonna fight, which is why they did it. But like the reason they where they are is because they understand promotion and they understand content. Did you know that Conor McGregor, before his fights, he posted a video like every single day, consistently posted pictures, worked his social media. He posted everywhere consistently every single day. That is why he's where he is. That's why he's so popular. You know what I mean? Like he understands like the attention aspect of things.
Yeah, there's a big difference between like the person who is the best at something is not always the most profitable because they could be really boring. I noticed it early on with League of Legends, back when I was kind of into that, is I like TSM a lot. They're my favorite team. But I watched like their players, like KX and Dire stream, and they were the most boring people to watch ever.
I believe it.
Versus I watched other streamers that were a lot worse, but were a lot more entertaining because of personality and stuff, and they were more active, like you're saying. So it's like there's like kind of a difference. Like you don't have to be the best at something. You just have to be the most entertaining at whatever you do.
That or
be,
you
active.
build a relationship with some I agree with that. But there's a couple different ways, but I agree with that. All right, let's see how much time do we have left here. We've got 9 minutes left in the stream. Does anyone have any extra things you want to talk about? Does the stream have any questions? Do you have anything you want to ask us?
Shoot us some
before we
questions,
close this
stream.
out? We're going to be doing, just so you guys know, I know we're not quite done yet, but we're going to be doing this every single weekend. Snoop Society, my man, if you would like to be in one of the podcasts, we'd love to have you sometime. Just wanted to throw that out there real fast. So,
Yeah, man.
let's see.
biggest news, since I'm a Counter-Strike lover, Sunday, July 23rd, Gambit and Immortals are gonna play for the finals there, which I'm kind of salty that FaZe didn't make it.
FaZe didn't make it to what?
FaZe didn't make it past round 1, so I'm kind of salty.
How do you feel about Red Reserve doing so well in Call of Duty? Like almost placing better right now, actually, than whatchamacallit.
The original.
Wow, that was a crazy play right here from that guy. Wow, did you guys see that triple kill? That triple kill was gnarly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he got the over. Oh my God, hold up. Oh man, he's going for the glory. No. Extermination.
He didn't
Oh my
get
God,
up.
no way. That was a gnarly clip though. All right. Okay, Snoop is saying that he wants to talk about some events for Omega. So actually right now, like I said, we've got Mike Fathom at Atlanta. He's actually at the tournament right here. That's why we have the Halo stream up, because he is there. And Natamore just got back from EVO. We have a tournament, a sub-major coming up in Montana. It's going to be sometime in September. Might get pushed back now because of some issues. But Natamore's definitely going to be going to that. I may actually be going to that. I guess now is a good time to say that me and Jesse have been talking, Natamore, and we're discussing the possibility of Omega being the sponsor for that tournament to counteract the pendulum that is Spring Scuffle Entropy, the combination.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Uh-huh. And Jesse actually, he's a businessman. He really feels like he can, monetize the situation. He's got some ideas, and would really like to work with that guy because if it comes to that, obviously myself and Jesse, we'll help the community a lot, but it will also give, I think we'd end up being really competitive with Blake and Kyle. I personally would want to do it better than them. Just saying. Let's see.
As long as people running things don't get super drunk at the end of the event, then you'll be doing a lot better. I'll just say that.
Dang, I mean, for sure.
I love Blake. I love D-Wall. I love that they put the work to the events, but I hate the fact that they get so drunk that they can't even hand out the payouts correctly, and they worry about the fact they lost money. Literally, that happened at Scuffle. Blake paid a guy who got third, the first place prize, and then had to compensate the other guy.
Ooh.
Because he literally couldn't count money at that point.
I'm not gonna comment on this. I'm just gonna.
No comment. We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
So yeah, I'm excited.
As far as events go, we're right now I've begun the Omega website, so we're finishing up the Omega website. We're really focused on content right now. That's why we're starting the stream back up, or I'm sorry, the podcast. We're gonna have regular streams on here in addition to the podcast. Just several times a week. While we're doing the content side of things, get the website done, get some other stuff together, and moving into recruitment very soon. We want to be in all the basic fighters. We want to be going to these tournaments for that. We want to be going to basically Call of Duty, Halo, CS:GO, Overwatch, the fighting games, the basics. I don't think I want to touch MOBAs yet because I just don't understand them. I don't understand them outside of Smite. I haven't played League of Legends. That's not to say I don't know how it works. But
MOBAs are very expensive to get into, so I think your idea is waiting to get into that is smart because they are very, very expensive, a lot more than a Smash player or Street Fighter player.
For sure. So basically, what I mean to say right now is that we have no tournaments officially on the event calendar, but we're working on that. And speaking of event calendars, once it is set up, I'm actually going to have it where you can sync up to the Omega calendar, and you can actually see when all of our live streams are and all of our tournament events. So you're gonna, just one of those features, one of those little things that's gonna, separate us. So, to answer your question there. And okay, I think that's everything we had for today. I've crossed out all the topics I was planning on bringing up. Did either of you guys have any more topics?
That's basically all I've,
I think I hit everything on my notepad, yeah.
All right, perfect. Then we're gonna go ahead and close it out a little bit early. I'm gonna wait one more time. If you guys have any more questions, we got 4 minutes. If not, we're gonna close just a few minutes early here. I'd rather it end when we're high than sit here for
an extra 3 minutes and be quiet. We're just
actually got something that might be fun to talk about. Coaching in esports is something that's pretty big in the fighting game community now. And did you hear about what happened with Hungrybox at EVO?
Of course I did, man. Coaching is not done right at this point, I don't feel like. So.
Yeah, so coaching is kind of in like 1v1 games like Smash and Street Fighter is not very popular, but it's starting to be allowed. Like an Evo is allowed through pools. But what happened it was Hungrybox versus SFAT. They were playing in top 48, so coaching was not allowed, and Hungrybox has coach step on stage. Everyone expected him to get disqualified, but then some a random player called G Money just walked up and like was joking around with SFAT, pretending to give him coaching, even though SFAT was turning away, trying not to listen to him. And so the head TO of Evo said that Hungrybox was just getting a yellow card for calling his coach, and that if only he had violated the rule, that he would have been disqualified. But since SFAT violated it as well, he would be fine, which everyone was super pissed about.
I feel like
Pro MX.
I feel like they're tripping out a little bit about that, but yeah. I feel like coaching should be allowed through the entire thing. And I think that, it should be basically like this is your teammate. I don't think you should be able to get any random person. I think you should have a specified person that's going to be your coach. Because I feel like that, we have coaches in every other sport that, why don't we have sports, coaches for this? Because, I mean, like, it's going to be the same thing. Like, this guy's looking at the data, he's looking at the stats, he's looking at the field, and then the player comes back to the side, and he's giving them everything he's, like, seeing, everything he's, like, heard, everything he knows, and, like, arming the player with the information necessary to go back out there and do a better job. And I feel like it's no different, other than the fact that it's not being done as well in esports than it is to real sports or, sports in general.
The thing is, I wouldn't coach. Like, I would say coaching shouldn't be
Pro
allowed.
What's up, baby? Glad to be back.
The coaching shouldn't be allowed in the last, like, brackets, I would say.
Nah, bro.
Because then that's when you have to learn. That's when you crunch down, and that's when you actually fight. You know what I mean?
No.
So should the coaches at the Super Bowl leave then?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Exactly. Like every sport has coaching as established.
Well, yeah.
Coaches there the whole way, including 1v1 sports like boxing, martial arts. There's always a coach, and they have breaks in the round to talk. So as long as you're not feeding information mid-match, and it's like after this game, you say, "Hey, you work on this," it should be allowed because it's.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from there, but I'm just saying, like, if I was the best, which I am, at Injustice, and I will kind of feel salty that someone is telling the other person that, that do this or do that. To be honest, like, I wouldn't like to see that because that will take away the competition. Because, like, it's just gonna be like, all right, well, I learned this, so gotta change it up, and then the other guy is still doing the same thing, and it's just like the games will last longer. I would tell you this: the rounds will last longer, I would believe, but I'd rather just see just two players just fight it out.
Nope, I'm gonna disagree with you. Like right now, it's about the entertainment aspect, right? You want viewers, right? They're gonna play better with the coaching. They're gonna do better, and so I mean, like if only that, then I think it makes sense.
I'm just saying the hours up. I got the last word. Yeah. So. See ya.
All right, well, it is 8 o'clock now Eastern, so we are officially done. The stream is over. Like I said, we're going to be doing this every single week. Next Saturday, we're going to have a different topic. We might even make coaching a real topic because I could say so much about coaching. I made a whole video about coaching. I'm making a whole series about coaching. So, oh my God, straight 6 monster. That was a nasty-ass clip. It was a ridiculous overkill. And that's something else I actually want to talk about in the future, too, is that everyone just keeps getting better perpetually. And that's just going to be a constant thing. We'll have to talk about that next time, in addition to the coaching side of things. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for dropping in. We will actually have a debate
about this.
And we will, man. Like, you'll have to be in next stream. So.
Oh, man. God dang it.
Anyway, I was going to say, we're going to have a lot of different guests. In the future, I plan on having my sister on the stream, both of my sisters. I know that we're going to have... Murky, former Vex member. We're going to have Zabi back, former Omega member and former Elevate member. We're going to get Roger, a former Elevate member, former Omega member, now with TK. He's now with TK. He's their editor, so he's actually at this tournament right now I'm sorry, not this one. He's at the Call of Duty tournament, taking pictures and whatnot of the Team Caliber team, which I think is actually recently started doing better again after a lot of, a really bad season recently. Wow, Straight Sick was just turning the fuck up this event. My God, dude. This guy's just on fire. So it's gonna be good. Look forward to seeing you guys and in the stream again. And Snoop Society, you and me have to get together because got to try and get you guys in one of these podcasts as well. But anyway, like I
Hell yeah.
said, thanks so much, guys. Guided, Natamore, did you guys want to say anything? Closing thoughts?
You can go first.
Follow me on Twitter, twitch.tv/Natamore. I stream about 2-3 times a week. Also follow my Twitter. It's the same thing, twitter.com/Natamore.
Yep, the ats under our names, those are our Twitters, just so you guys know. And Guided, close it out, baby. Uh-oh.
You've been watching the Omega podcast. I'm getting a nice close in. Thanks for showing up. My YouTube is Guided. This is Guided. So, you know, I do Twitch, I do Twitters, I do Instagram, Snapchats. I'll link it, everything, you know. So yeah, see ya.
You know what I mean? No problem, Pro. Just so you know, this is going to be up on the YouTube channel as well tomorrow. It's going to be up in the morning, so if you guys did want to catch the full thing, it's going to be on there. But like I said, till next time, I'm going to close with my normal close.
Live
Peace out,
life
guys.
and meme on.